Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the National Guard Products 950S DKB. This is a bump-up style threshold. It's a nice, elegant one, in my opinion, because it has a very nice gradual interior rather than the more abrupt style. The 950 is representative of this profile. It's a bump-up type threshold. The S in the part number means that the insert is silicone. The absence of any letters after it would mean that it would be in the mill finish aluminum. This is DKB for dark bronze. And what's nice about this bump-up style threshold is that it gives you the advantages of a bump-up threshold, meaning that when your door is closed, it has a very positive seal with the inside face of the ceiling material, but it's also handicap compliant, and that will give you compliance with that obligation as well. This is also hurricane and windstorm approved per the listing approval below. This is per the drawing below this video dimensionally. Let's go over that now. It's 5-inch wide, and that's a very common width for thresholds for commercial openings, whether it's going to be an aluminum storefront door or more commonly a hollow metal door in my experience. But what makes it less common for hollow metal doors is the fact that its overall height is 1/2 inch, and over here it's a 1/4 inch. Now that would be not the threshold to use for a typical hollow metal installation, because industry standard would give you a 3/4 inch undercut, and this would be too short for that. But you might have an application where the concrete is odd, and you no longer have a 3/4 inch undercut, or you've specifically designed the opening to be closer to, 1/2 inch undercut. This would apply for those installations where you were, mathematically working out with a threshold of this height, where you had a 1/2 inch here to the bottom and then a 1/4 inch here to the bottom. Aluminum storefront doors would be very common. The fact that it's handicap compliant tells me that it's very likely an application where it's a public retail sort of installation where the public has access to the opening. Available in, first of all, before we get to that, there's a link below this video to a document called Product Brochure, and it's really the cut sheet from that specific page. It shows the one other ADA compliant bump-up style threshold for use in your application. The other bump-up style, which is the 896, would allow you to use surface vertical rods with it. If you were using, if you had a pair of doors with surface vertical rods, you'd probably want the 896, because that detail to the backside of the extrusion allows you to use the threshold itself as the bottom strikes for those surface-mounted Pullman latches. Now, this is available in all the common lengths. You can special order it in any length that you want, as a matter of fact. If you need a custom length, by all means let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces, and indicate in the comment field what length you'd like for us to cut the material back to. Now the reasoning is if you had to take this 48-inch piece and cut it down to, say, 42-inch, which is not uncommon, you'd eliminate that countersink that's there. Speaking of that countersink, screws are included in a complementary finish, as you can see. It looked like to be about a number 10 by 1.5 flathead wood sheet metal screw. So if you ordered a custom length, we'd not only locate that first countersink at the proper distance from the edge, but the proper center to center as well. And it's nice to have those holes done at the factory because, well, cutting it to length may not be a big deal. Maybe drilling the holes no big deal, but sometimes a countersink can be a bit more of a challenge. And it's nice to have that countersink there because it will give you the longevity of the installation that you're expecting when the head of that screw is seated properly into the threshold. The name National Guard is synonymous with all things weather stripping related, not only thresholds like this, but perimeter gasketing and door sweeps. They are a full-line manufacturer of all things aluminum weather stripping, stainless steel, and architectural bronze as well. There's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up their full-line catalog and review all things National Guard weather stripping related. And if you have more than an occasional need for weather stripping, by all means familiarize yourself with their catalog because their name is quite synonymous with commercial weather stripping. Any questions on the National Guard 950S DKB bump up style, handicap compliant, and hurricane windstorm approved threshold, or any other National Guard product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.